The new generation of bull rider is an athlete and a cowboy. So we are seeing guys taking the training as serious as the riding.
All eyes on me.
As I'm fired up that all of you are here. This could be very different than any bull riding school you've ever been to, most likely. Oh! Appreciate it. All right, we'll make it back inside.
The structure of this school has pretty much remained the same from what we've done in the past. We've built a system and we've proven that this system works. Some of the new things that we added are the new location here at Fit and Wise. State-of-the-art facility, fantastic place. They have everything that you could possibly need when it comes from a fitness perspective.
I think that's been probably the biggest change, is having access to a full gym, a phenomenal facility for our workouts. The classroom has been fantastic. It's a little bit of a different vibe in a good way.
Oh, it's great. I think it's a great opportunity. We know we're in Decatur, and this is, you don't want to call it the cowboy capital of the world, but it's here close. There's nothing for having 4 to 5 world champions in this facility, training at one time, any given day. So it makes it a special place.
God, you're ridiculous.
The last thing that we want to do is get hurt in the weight room. And that's what can happen when you just start lifting weight, because you want to look cool. We're not ego lifting here, right? We're moving ourselves forward in our event. 1% better all the time.
The new generation of bull rider is no longer just rodeo cowboy. They are rodeo athlete. They are learning about what every other professional athlete in any other sport has learned about the team that it takes to get you to where you want to go.
It's no longer the drinking, loving, fighting cowboy. That's kind of where we came from, and I think we should honor that. But now with the athleticism of the bulls, you're already behind from the get-go if you're not training yourself as an athlete.
It really instills longevity in these careers, and it's something that we traditionally haven't seen within rodeo, is longer careers.
They're starting to see that, and they're starting to take initiative into making themselves better and actually go out and perform like a professional, just as anybody in baseball or basketball or football. And I think it's what the sport needs.
We are completing the FALD testing for these athletes. This testing is going to tell us about their biomechanics, how they're moving, their ability to create force. And it is the first time that we've ever done this with our athletes, and it's one of the first times that it's been done with rodeo athletes, period. So it's a really, really cool moment for us and for rodeo. We got to bring in actual athletic performance testing this time and get to see actual data on each individual and where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, what their muscle imbalances are. And that makes everything complete when it comes to the training part, because now we have actual data on these athletes, and we can actually take that data and put it into their programming and apply that and see what is happening with retests, if they're getting better, if they're not, and how we can make it better.
And so then when we put on schools and we do things and we run people through these tests, we can say, okay, Sage Kimsey is here, and this is where you're at. And it's not just my opinion that you need to work on A, B, and C. I actually have facts, I have science, I have numbers that back that up.
Now all I gotta do is get right back to what Cody loves to call home base. I love that.
In my opinion, you got to get over chasing the shoulders with your head and your free arm.
You ride them straight here, straight in the middle. And if I get moved over here, my eyes aren't going anywhere. I'm not doing this to make my move. I'm doing this to make my move. Everything's still right here in front of me. Both shoulders are in front of you. And all I'm doing is one shoulder gets away from me here, I put it back. One shoulder gets away from here, I put it back. That puts me back square, and that sets you up for the next jump. And you guys probably all know a lot of this stuff.
I left last year's school with so much confidence that I felt like it was in my best interest to come back. You know, if I wanted to take this somewhere and have this as my career, that OPA was another stop I needed to make in order to get there. Being able to talk to Andrew and Chase and Cody again and understand what they're saying, it gave me a whole different perspective this time around than it did last time. And like those are three people that Cody did the thing. Andrew and Chase are doing the thing right now, like actively. And so it's very nice for us to have that perspective.
So don't get too caught up in trying to get forward this way. Get forward strong. It's almost, guys, I preach this. There's that little square, that little triangle. When you get out of that triangle, put your face back in that triangle. As soon as I did that, I didn't even have to move my free arm. If I put my face in the triangle, it puts me back in an athletic, strong place.
My philosophy is if they hear it, that's one thing, but if they experience it, it's another thing. So that's why you'll see me pulling on guys in different spots and having them push their elbow out, and I want them to feel what I'm talking about, because it's not a theory, it's science of your body and how it relates to what's going on with the animal. So I try to, and I get a little too technical maybe sometimes, but I feel like if you can understand the technical part of bull riding and the total foundation, you can fix your problem.
And I noticed too, like if I ever came in here timid, that bull would just start acting up even more. But if I came in here and I asserted my dominance, let him know, I mean, this bull's dog gentle. I promise you, do it next time you got a shoot fighter. When you get in
The shoot procedure that they go through, it's so focused and done correctly. And I can look back now over the last, 5-6 months that I've been riding bulls, but still, being kind of new. But this time around, it's like, holy cow, I did forget a lot of stuff. Like that stuff just doesn't stick in your brain the whole time. I mean, you're going to lose it. You're going to come back and you're going to have a light bulb moment.
All right, guys, ready to get rolling. Chapter 3. Talk about some budgeting, talk about money, how to manage your money. I'm assuming most of you guys have won a check or two at a rodeo before, right? Do you guys ever plan how much it's going to cost to get to rodeos or anything like that? Yes.
Ride to Revenue is our budgeting section of our book. We're talking about the money part of this and how to manage your money as an athlete.
Budget is never something that I've really taken into account. Like I'm terrible with money, but there's a lot more expenses going down the road than you think.
And these guys get to actually see on paper what it costs for them. So what we do is we take them through just how to make a general budget. Like what's an expense? What's a variable expense? What's a fixed expense? How do you find the average cost of these for for the year? And then how do you put that on paper and actually find out how much it's going to take for you to live, and then how much it's going to cost for you to rodeo on top of that?
Because a lot of you are going to find out, even when you're really successful, right? You make $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year. It costs you $150,000 close to do it. And so when we start getting to these points, if you're not keeping track of these expenses and your write-offs, the government just wants to gather more money from you on those taxes, right? And then you have nothing to write off to prove that you were actually at a business. So, but if we have those things, then your taxes are going to be a lot different than this guy that won $150,000 and had no expenses, right? So, literally everything is an expense for you guys. Right?
If these guys can manage their money properly and not have to be riding for their bills, if that makes sense, paycheck to paycheck or winnings to winnings, they're going to be a lot more effective in the arena.
We took a lot of criticism from the last one, not criticism, but feedback from the students, what they liked, what they didn't like. and we were able to implement those things. One of those things being a guided visualization session.
When you nod your head on a bull, it's your subconscious brain that takes over. And you've probably all experienced it. As soon as you start thinking on the back of a bull, you're too late. And so we're going to practice turning off the prefrontal cortex, tapping into the subconscious, and training it how we want it to respond and perform. Does that make sense?
Visualization is a really important tool that we can use because it allows guys to get the mental reps without putting added stress or strain on their body or increasing the risk of injury. You know, almost anybody will tell you you get better at bull riding by getting on more bulls, and I believe that that's true. But that's not always accessible, and it's not always a great idea for every bull rider. And so one tool that we can use across the entire span is visualization. They can get the mental reps in, they can see it clearly, they can fix mistakes, they can establish new patterns that they want to be good at, and all of that can be done without adding in more stress to their body, and it allows them to see success in their mind before they experience it in real life.
I feel like getting on a real bull, you can ride a bull really good and you can ride a bull really bad. But when you do it in your mind, it's the same thing. You can just do it whenever you want to, you know? Correct yourself as many times as you need to. It's pretty cool to ride bulls in your mind.
You know, Cody said it pretty well yesterday, but if you guys are going through anything in life, just call us. If you need some advice, if you need someone to talk to, we're here for you guys no matter what time of day it is, and we'll help you any way we can. I'm gonna have the coaches figure out who the multiple people who are turtle blocks worthy and then resistol worthy, but I have one who is turtle blocks worthy without even having to think about it. And there's a guy here who asked a ton of questions, worked hard, and then he didn't get on because of an injury, but he helped the entire time for you guys. Pulled gates, trip latches. Where's Matt at? Doug? Yes, sir. There you go, bro. Thank you for all the help,
Absolutely.
man. Awesome.
Like, I want to bring more value. I want to have these guys like hyped up that they came, have some, you know, and I hate saying swag, but some things that they can win. They can get them fired up, because these are long days. We start at 8:30. You can hear my voice like it's going because I've been screaming all day, but we don't end till 5. It's like 9 hours of, whether it's classroom and workouts and interacting and fundamental work, or we just did 8 hours of bucking bulls straight. These guys never quit. Like, I couldn't, when we were having to find the prize winners, I hated it because I wanted to give them all something. And I don't ever do that. I'm not someone that's like this, you know, everyone gets a trophy or whatever. These guys never quit. They tried so hard. But these kids are hungry. They want to win. They want to figure it out. They want to fix their problems. They were going up to coaches immediately asking them, what can I do? What, I felt this, what, you know, how can I fix that? The amount of heart that was shown today is not teachable. We cannot teach them to have heart. That's the one thing we can't teach, right? And to see all of these guys have that is refreshing.